somewhere between 260 and 312 days out of the last 365 days, gaming off the grid has had boots on the ground, game hunting, in between lunch breaks, grinding it out on the drive home, and spending a good chunk of Saturday mornings out romping and stomping through thrift stores, garage sales, estate sales, and whatever else we could find that had the potential of having retro video games. Over 1,100 packages have been shipped out this year, and over $34,000 in sales have been accrued. Today we boil it all down to our top 10 video game hunting finds in 2021, and P.S. all these things are not video game related. Let's rock and roll. Well, in case you haven't checked your good old calendar lately, 2021 is almost gone. Wow. There's only a few days left in December. We thought it would be fun to recap or talk about our top 10 finds or pickups when we're out game hunting, and not all these are video game related.
No, but we found some crazy stuff. So I think we put out 5 or 6 hunting videos this year, which seems like a lot, but we hunt basically every day. So we've been finding some really cool stuff. We have 10 things that go all the way back to like February of this year.
Yeah. Number 10.
This pickup is really cool. It's not video game related, but it's board game related.
Yeah.
And that's Nightmare Board Game. This was really cool because we found it at a dump bin.
Yep.
What's really crazy is when you find stuff like this at thrift stores and stuff, most of the time it's not complete.
Yeah.
Most of the time it's missing stuff and then it's worthless. This one was complete.
Yeah.
And it sold for $60+.
Yeah. It was just one of those, the reason it's on here, there were things we found that maybe we sold for more and things like that. But this one just stood out because it was in a dump bin. It was so cheap. Like everything we got that day was like $5 out of this dump bin. And we looked it up and was like, holy shit, this is a dinger. And it sold really quick, which is always a good sign when you're flipping stuff. And it just kind of stood out to us. So yeah, that was a good one. Number 9. Number 9 was a really cool pickup for 2 reasons. One, finding sealed games is kind of a big deal.
Oh, anytime you find sealed stuff, it's worth looking up. Even if it's a common game like Ace Combat.
Yeah. But this one stands out to me because I find a ton of VCRs, and VCRs are pretty easy to sell, especially if it's a combo. But it's exceptionally more worth it if it has HDMI out. Those are some of the later runs, and this was a name brand Samsung VCR DVD combo with HDMI out. And I think we got out of that whole pickup that day because I think we bought some other games like Call of Duty and stuff, like $30. But this VCR sold for $135.99.
And then Ace Combat sold for almost $40, so $30 and almost $200 all from one pickup. That's crazy. It's just, man, if you find VCR DVD combos, look them up, especially if they're name brand and have HDMI out, and sealed games. I know we've said it in our hunting videos, but sealed stuff is crazy finding it in the wild.
Yeah, it was I just will never forget, I've turned 200 VCRs around and looked at the back, and this one was like, showing. Number 8. Moving right along into our number 8 favorite game hunting find of the year has got to be the Mario Sports GameCube games that we found all together, all CIB.
This is so cool. We found Mario Strikers, Mario Baseball, and Mario Power Tennis. It's crazy finding GameCube games in the wild because they're so expensive, and then finding Nintendo Mario games, and then 3 of them all together, complete in box, for $3.99 a pop at a thrift store. If we didn't have those games, we would have kept them because those games are amazing. It's so cool finding this stuff, and I know we found GameCube stuff earlier in the year, but finding just these, because it's been a while.
It was a dry year for GameCube stuff. Other than that other one you referred to,
that was earlier in the year.
It was like Pikmin, iNinja, and a bunch of other just kind of random games. But to find these all together, as mint as they were, it like restored my faith in game hunting. Number 7.
Number 7. Gotta catch 'em all. Pokemon DS games. We found Pokemon Platinum loose at a pawn shop for $3.
Yeah.
We found a couple other Pokemon games, but not anywhere close to Pokemon Platinum, which sold for $104. We got it for $3.
Yeah.
We picked up other DS games in that lot. I think we spent like $27 or something like that, but holy crap.
Yeah, I knew
crazy.
We had some conventions coming up, and I knew we were more than going to cover with that Pokemon game. So I was like, you know what, I'm going to get all these so I can put them all out, and have a little more of a DS presence at the table. I don't really care too much about Pokemon. It like got big kind of beyond the age where I would have got into it. I think if I was like 3 or 4 years younger, I probably would have been way into it. So I have no attachment. The only thing I was left wishing is if this thing would have been CIB.
Oh yeah, it was just losing it sold for that much.
Yeah, but when you can turn $3 into $105, I mean,
That's insane.
That margin and rate of return is just unbelievable. And I knew that day, like, these ones don't come around very often. Number 6. All right, our number 6 on this is what I would call mostly an N64 pickup, but there was some NES nugs sprinkled in there. And finding this at a garage sale, one, is part of why it's on the list. But the reason it more stands out to me is because this was a sale, and I don't know if you remember this day.
I remember this day exactly.
Your car was in the shop,
Yep.
so you needed me to pick you up, and it was the afternoon.
It was like 3 or 4 Saturday afternoon. We never go garage selling that late because things are gone.
No, we usually, if we're out hunting together, it's like 10 o'clock, and then we shift to thrift stores because it's picked.
Yeah.
So we go up to this sale, and I, do my thing, like, hey, how you doing? I hope you're having a good day. Weather's nice out here. Yeah. And really nice lady, though, by the way. And she did have a copy of like Cars 2 on the 360 for $1. And that's like a $10 game. So I was like, I'll get this.
Decent flip.
I said, do you have any other video game stuff? And she's like, well, my boyfriend's friend is coming over with stuff to sell tomorrow, has a bunch of like live music equipment and that, but I think he's got video games.
Yes.
So they called him and he said he would bring some stuff over, and she's like, I will call you and get a hold of you tomorrow, which would have been Sunday. And I was like, that never usually works.
Usually we leave our phone number or like contact, and they never call us because they don't care. But they did.
So, next day, I go over to this sale, and it's not open. She said they would be open at 9 o'clock. She texted me and said, hey, we'll be going at 9 o'clock. Get there, not open. So just kind of sit there in my car. I prop up my phone, throw on a little Pixel Game Squad, sitting there just watching it, listening through my car speakers. And all of a sudden this lady comes up, she's walking her dog, knocks on my window. I'm like, whoa, hey, what's going on? South side of Des Moines, kind of a rough crowd around here. You never know what's coming at you. So she says, hey, they're running late. I don't know where they are. I'll get a hold of you because they won't answer their phone of when they're going to be here, her boyfriend and this said friend. Like, this is getting really bad.
So sketch.
I come home. It's like an hour and a half, 2 hours later, she texts me. So go back over there. They said they would be here. They're still not there.
Oh my God. So many hoops to jump through.
Yeah, and we're getting ready to start editing. I'm like, I don't know what to do. So I was getting ready to like say, piss on this. We're going to go edit. And they pulled up. And this guy comes out with a tote full of N64 stuff. I literally open this tote and I see like Doom 64 and Castlevania 64 and an N64. I see some NES stuff, and I don't even go through it. I was like, hey, what do you want for the tote? He's like, I don't know. I'm really kind of just looking to get some quick cash. And he's like, how's 80 sound? Bingo.
Boom. Yes. Let's just get out of there.
So not only is it the pickup that deserves to be at number 6, but it's the hoops we had to jump through that make this one stand out to me, and I won't forget it.
Yeah, $80 into over $300. So crazy.
And we kept some for our collection.
Yeah, we kept Turok 3. It was just cool finding that stuff in the wild. Some of it was rough, but we cleaned it up, and that was a great pickup.
For sure. Number 5. You may be seen in some videos me rocking a 91 Chicago Bulls Dennis Rodman jersey. He was my favorite basketball player growing up. I still to this day, for my money, think he was the most fun basketball player to watch play. The amount of energy the guy had, the diving for a loose ball. You just never knew what the hell he was going to do. Loose cannon. Loved Dennis Rodman. Still do. Was just a great player. So I definitely knew when I seen his shoes, his Converse shoes, which I think was circa 96, probably, set 97 maybe. I was like, this is something. This is definitely something. I knew right away they were Dennis Rodman shoes, and my first instinct was, what size are they? Because I totally...
Yeah, you were going to keep them.
Yeah.
But
they were my size. So I was like, I'm going to look on eBay, but I don't think Converse had a lot of basketball players signed back then. I don't think they probably sold a ton of them in relation to like what Nike was doing with like Jordan and all those type of deals. And right away, sold listings, 200, 250, 300, 400. I knew these would probably be on the low end of that because the tongue, it had like this fake suede, and it was like kind of worn off.
They were definitely weathered, but so cool because we sold it for what, almost $200. They were $20 at the thrift store.
If you look at the core of the shoe, I would have rated it a 9 out of 10.
Yeah.
With the exception of that tongue, that's what got us.
And what's weird about selling shoes on eBay is you kind of have to jump through hoops because they have to like approve it that they're actually like official shoes.
Yeah.
It's not just like selling video games. So there was some hoops to jump through in that process.
You got to mail it to an authenticator to make sure they're authentic, and then the authenticator mails it to the end consumer. So it's kind of a deal. So I don't, unless it's something like this where I know I can make that much, I typically don't mess around in the shoe game. Never thought I'd be selling shoes. Al Bundy? Him.
Go with him.
Never heard of it.
Next. What a surprise. Thank you. Not even this, huh? What is it? Is Oprah right?
Number 4.
Number 4. The PlayStation 1. Finding PS1 games in the wild is rare.
It is.
Finding them in good shape is even rarer, and freaking finding Tomba is super rare. $2 a pop for these PS1 games. You picked up a James Bond game, that doesn't really matter. But Tomba, man, for $2?
Yeah.
Holy crap.
I just, again, it was one of those pickups that'll stand out to me because I remember right away the blood pressure really rising.
Because it was buried.
Yeah, it was under James Bond, The World's Not Enough, I believe, on PS1, and I looked through it, and the glass kind of refracting, and I'm like, yeah, pretty sure that's Tomba in there. Yeah. And you have to get somebody, and I don't know why this has never happened to me, but I'm always kind of like, I don't really want to go ask, because what if someone else comes up and then it turns into an ordeal? So I'm just like, hey,
can you help me?
Yeah, they came over, they helped. I love this pawn shop, and I love the workers in this pawn shop. They have actually like started hooking me up and holding game stuff, but this time they didn't.
Yeah, it was just in the case.
Yeah, it was just in the case, and usually if a console or, because she knows I'm into retro stuff, the store manager does. She's like, hey, I kind of held this back because I figured you'd like this. So to find it, and the fact that she didn't do that, which she always does now, was like, this was just meant to be.
Oh, dude, it was freaking
And
crazy. And
then,
I remember you texted us.
Yeah.
You texted me and Joe Wallace, and you were like, dudes.
Yeah.
$2.
Yeah.
And it was a picture of Tomba, and I was like...
And then the cool thing
Holy
is
crap.
a friend of the channel actually ended up buying it. So to know that it went to a good home, all these hours and days and weeks that I've spent game hunting, it's helping people out. And it's helping out the bank account. So, Tomba. Number 3. All right, number 3 on this list is I got on a heater, and it's a pickup. I'll really hone in on one, but this all happened in the same week. I don't know what was going on at this Salvation Army near us, but horror, really weird horror stuff.
Obscure horror.
That you never see. And you got to keep in mind when I say you never see, I go looking for games and DVDs minimum 5 days a week. I never see any of this shit. And so my eye just went to it like I've never seen those. And they were all together, so I figured it was somebody dropped them all off. The one that stands out to me, Witchcraft 7.
Oh,
sold that for well over $100.
Yeah, so crazy. Just for one single horror DVD.
Yeah. And then, there was one of the days I got Baldur's Gate Dark Alliance on PS2 and then sold a bunch of those DVDs. And then there was a bunch of other horror DVDs at a third pickup. But again, these were all like in a 3-4 day window.
That's insane.
But
bags of horror DVDs.
Yeah, and the thing is, you go back and watch these hunting videos, and we've maybe not done the best job of updating, but some of the stuff hadn't sold, and it's been chipping away, and I've gotten rid of most of it, and some of them, $5, $7, $8, $10.
That adds up.
It does, because we already made our money. I think the one, though, that stands out to me is that Witchcraft 7, and I think we spent close to $30 that day and turned that into like $250. But we replicated that narrative 3 times in the same freaking week.
So that's horror DVDs over $500 probably.
Yeah, I'd say more than that, probably $700.
$700. Oh my god. This is number 3, and we talk about it in all our hunting videos. DVDs, easy money, horror, guys. Look for it, especially if it's obscure witchcraft. Some of it was PAL region and stuff, so it got weird, but...
And we're still hanging on to one from this pickup we're talking about, a movie called Die Watching, which the listings for it on eBay are over $300, and I've got mine at like $155.
And that's so weird that no one
can't get any, but it sells like one every like 6 months.
You're just Probably just wait
Just
till
waiting.
October
So
comes.
it could get more rich.
It's so crazy.
Number 2. All right, number 2 is a video game pickup that all happened on the same day in the same, like, what do you call those? Like neighborhood garage sales.
It was freaking crazy. So one pickup was $50, and then the other pickup was $50. So the total spend was on this was $100, which is insane. Cause there was 2 Wii U's, there was a PlayStation 1, there was an N64, there was a bunch of games, there was a Nintendo Wii.
Yeah.
Insane amount of consoles, dude. This era of this hunting video, we were finding consoles left and right, dude.
Yeah.
So crazy.
A big run of games. I even got my brother some PS4 games, and there's even still in my island of misfit toys some cords and some extra shit that was in these, Wiimotes, things like that I didn't sell because I'm saving them for when I find other consoles. But and then recently, somebody in the comment section was like, why didn't you sell the Bust a Groove? Well, the Bust a Groove had like a NCAA football game in it or something. But then I got to thinking, maybe I'll just look and see what that case is going for. So I sold that empty Bust a Groove case for like $35.99 just recently.
Without the game.
Yeah.
That's so crazy.
So this pickup all in now is a $700 pickup.
That's freaking nuts.
Yeah.
For finding it basically all in the same neighborhood.
Yeah.
$100 into over $700. That is so much money.
Yeah, it was one of those days where you just felt like the hunting gods were
They were shining the light on you.
Yeah, they were.
We got one more. The number 1 pickup of 2021. And I still remember exactly where I was when you called me. Because you were on your lunch break when you found it.
Okay.
Or parts of it.
Okay.
So crazy. But before we talk about our number 1, I want to talk about this beer.
Ooh, little cliffhanger.
Yeah,
Sylvester.
by Stone. So we've done this beer before, but not this version because it's slightly different every year. This is the Chocovesa Tres Leches Imperial Stout inspired by Mexican hot chocolate and Tres Leches. Comes in at 8.5%. Tres Leches means 3 leeches in Spanish. No, it doesn't, but it could.
Yeah.
What do you think?
This is a perennial go-to for us.
Yeah. Holiday season.
Yeah, this is really good. A lot of coffee coming through.
It has
here.
a very roasty taste
Yeah.
to it. It is really good. I am really enjoying this. I look forward to Chocovesa every year. But I think like the Tres Leches, whatever that is, makes this a little bit different than their normal Chocovesa.
Yeah, for sure.
It doesn't have... I wish there was more spices and because that's what I really like about the Chocovesas is that hot chocolate spice element, the Mexican spices. But this is still really good.
Yeah, I would definitely say this is not as good as just the original
regular,
straight
yeah.
up, but it's a damn good stout. I really do enjoy it. And Stone, I feel like, is more known for being an IPA type brewery.
Yes, but their Chocovesa,
Yeah.
man, it's so good.
They
And
know
this
what
is
they're
a
doing.
dangerous beer because 8.5%. So
Yeah.
drink this around the Christmas tree, and that Christmas tree might fall over.
Yeah, because of you falling into it. Yeah.
Yes.
Number 1.
Number 1 pickup of 2021. You guys ever heard of a game called Rock Band? Holy crap. So there's 2 in this number 1 slot. The first one's just a generic Rock Band set for the PlayStation 4. I think we picked it up for $21, and it freaking sold for over $300. Drums and guitar.
Yeah.
Finding Rock Band stuff in the wild is crazy, and shipping it is a pain in the ass.
It is. So, Rock Band complete sets across the board are pretty good, but where the real money is Rock Band 4, which is PS4 and Xbox One.
Yep.
Those ones are hot, hot, hot. And the way I found this out, actually, was my favorite pickup of the year. It was a red Target
Yes.
exclusive Rock Band drum set for Xbox One, and it was at a Salvation Army, and it was $10. That's all there was. There was no game, no guitar, whatever. But I think it had the mic, the original drumsticks, kick pedal. The drums were complete. So I get home, I get it cleaned up, I test it, everything works, and I sell it. I sold it for a lot, like well over $300.
Yeah, just for the drum set.
But then, it started, hit me, and it's where I go on my lunch break. There's a little run of thrifts that I can hit in, 35 minutes. And I was like, I got to make sure the next couple days to go look, because I wonder if the other pieces will come out. And I think it was 2 days later, I found the red Stratocaster that goes with it. Now, had I had these at the same time, I would have made even more money.
You would have just been patient.
Yeah.
Which I've learned from these hunting videos that you're not.
No.
You're not patient.
Quick nickels over slow dimes all day long, and I just like getting shit moving. But I found the guitar, and the drums had already sold in 2 days.
Yeah.
So I got the guitar, which I think was listed or marked $3.99, so I got $13.99 into this thing, and the guitar sold right away for $150.
That's insane. And I remember I was working for FedEx at the time. I was parked in someone's driveway delivering tires, and you called me and you were like, dude, I just found a Target exclusive Rock Band. And I was like, I don't even know what that means. And he's like, here's how much it goes for. And I was like, Holy
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
There's multiple times throughout the year I was like, this was going to be tough to beat, but that one will be tough to beat. Because when you find Rock Band stuff, you're always running the risk of it not working. You know, and a lot of Salvation Army stuff, it's as is, right?
Yeah, we've had a lot of problems with getting guitars that don't work, and sometimes you need dongles for certain consoles.
Yeah.
It's kind of annoying, but when you have stuff like this that does work and turn out, oh man, it makes it so worth it.
Absolutely. But anyways, guys, hopefully you enjoyed that little recap. We don't expect that anybody that watches this sees every single hunting video. If you do like some of this stuff, we did put out, I think you already said, but like 5 or 6 hunting videos throughout the year of 2021. Those will be linked in the description below. So if you want to go check them out, maybe you missed them, you can. Because these are just the cream of the crop, the ones that moved us the most, that we were like, holy hell, can't believe it sold for that. But there's a lot of good information in there that can help you in your game hunting endeavors if you care to apply it to what you do.
Yeah, I'm curious what you guys, if you guys are hunters and flippers, what was your best pickup of 2021? I love hearing your guys' stories and hearing what you guys found in the wild, because there's stuff is out there.
Yeah, for sure.
It's crazy.
All right, guys, we appreciate you tuning in and subscribing to the channel. Thanks for all the support throughout the year of 2021. We're blessed to have you a part of the GOTG crew. We'll see you next time right here on Gaming Off the Grid. Tres leches. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, first beer of the day, yeah.
It's exactly noon.
Tastes good. Tastes real good, boy. Oh, boy.
Good boy.
Well, in case you haven't checked your calendar lately, it's almost the end of 2021. We are right up against it. December is running out of days. Well, in case you haven't checked your goal, we figured it'd be fun to... Yeah. Moving right along into the next